Good morning. I was watching the celebrations in Melbourne, Victoria. It's great. People celebrating that the Premier resigned, or Dan Andrews resigned. It was great. One lady, she said, Dan Andrews, he did one good thing. He brought us all together. That's how it works, right? That's what these assholes do. They bring us together, you know. There was also this guy who called them Nazis there. I recommend this video. I'll post a link to it. It's great. Yemeni was asking him questions about this. And he couldn't answer any of them, actually. And he had to go, eventually. That was very, very good. Now, I was thinking about Dan Andrews. You know, he said that he talked to his family, right? Just before he made the decision to resign, he talked to his family. So he's got a wife, and I think he's got 2 kids. I'm not sure. 2 kids, I think. And I thought about this, you know. Now, when he became the Premier, I'm sure it was nice for the wife and the kids also, I suppose. You know, he said, oh, my father is the Premier of Victoria. This is big deal, right? And they got some positive attention because of this, and the wife could brag about this, you know. Oh yeah, my husband is the Premier, you know. But then things changed. No, I read a comment the other day who said, no, Dan Andrews, he managed to get famous outside of Australia, and it's unique. A Premier getting famous outside of Australia. But that's true, isn't it? You know, I know about him. A lot of people know about this guy, Dan Andrews. And they don't have nice things to say about him, do they? So, of course, the kids, for instance, they must know this. No, a lot of people around the world are saying bad things about my father. And the wife too, I'm sure. She knows about this. I'm pretty sure about this. This is the main reason why he resigned. It was getting too much for the family and for him. And it was getting close, wasn't it? You know, the truth about what he did is just getting more and more serious. He's getting close to real consequences for what he did. So I think this is the reason he left. And they could not use him anymore, of course. The top globalists. They have no use for this guy anymore. He's too unpopular. But I think the main reason is, I think it's the kids actually. What do you think? They talk to their father and say, Dad, you have to stop doing this. People talk about you on social media. My friends are talking about you, about what you did. You know, you have to stop doing this. You have to leave. This is getting very, very awkward. I bet you this is the main reason. Well, I don't know. Right. I was also watching the Canadian Parliament. This is great. How embarrassing this is for them. They had this Nazi in the Parliament and gave him a standing ovation. Now, discussions the day after, I suppose, in the Parliament. I saw that Trudeau, he apologized to Zelensky. But what do you think? You think Zelensky knew? Do you think he knows the history of Ukraine? That there were people in Ukraine fighting for the Nazis, you think? But you know, Zelensky was there, applauding this Nazi too. He was there. He looked very happy about this Nazi being in the Parliament, getting a standing ovation. Oh, I think it's ridiculous. Well, I enjoy this so much. This is probably the big thing. This is too much. I think so. I'm hoping, I'm optimistic. I think Trudeau will have to resign. We'll see, right? Fine, I want to talk about Jeff Taylor too. Jeff Taylor, he's got a channel. I'm sure many of you know this guy. Now, he starts his videos with, "Hello there," and he's very still when he's talking, right? He's talking a lot about the EU and Brexit. Right? I think he's doing a great job, Jeff Taylor. I really like the guy. So I was watching him the other day, and he was talking about the possibility that the UK will block Rumble in the UK. I think there's a big possibility that this will happen. And Jeff Taylor talked about it, and it was very convincing, actually. They are working on this. So this means he was talking about Russell Brand. Right? Jeff Taylor was talking about Russell Brand and what's happening with him, right? But before he started talking about this, and I thought this was very sad. Before he talked about Russell Brand and what's going on with Rumble and stuff, right? He felt that it was important for him to say that he doesn't like Russell Brand. And he spent a long time explaining this. And he talked about the hate that he would receive for supporting Russell Brand or talking about Russell Brand. And this is how it works. I know this, of course. I've been saying good things about Russell Brand, right? And every time I do, there are people who say they have things to say about it. You're not supposed to like Russell Brand, you see. And this is a situation that we have in alternative media, I think. You're not supposed to like anyone, actually. Basically, you're not supposed to like anyone. And that's really my suggestion to Jeff Taylor. Just hate everybody. And these people will be happy. This is like a hate brigade in alternative media. Well, my real suggestion is just ignore them, you know. Talk about anyone you want. Don't care. You shouldn't care about this. That's my advice to you, Jeff Taylor. They will not like anyone, these people. No, I actually had a conversation with one guy some time ago about Hugo Talks. That's another channel, right? And this guy said, well, Hugo Talks, he says that this guy is so and so, and this guy is controlled opposition and so on, right? And I asked this guy, so is there anyone that Hugo Talks approves of? Anyone? And he said, yeah, Novak Djokovic. Right. So there was one, actually. Now these people are sort of, I look at them as damaged goods. Something happened to these people. And they just don't like others, you know. So I don't care about this at all. And that's my advice to you, Jeff Taylor. Don't care about it. If you want to talk about Russell Brand, just do it. If you want to support him, just do it. You know. Russell Brand, he deserves support. That's the thing. Well, if you ask me, absolutely. So just do it. You know, I actually do a test on people. When I first get to know people, and I'm not quite sure about them, I have this test that I do to learn something about their character. I encourage them to say anything good, anything positive about anyone. You know? So I can ask them, so what do you think about this guy or that lady over there? And if they can not say anything positive about anyone, then I know I shouldn't spend time with these people. They are damaged. And it's not a good idea. Because they will not say anything good about you either. You see? They just want you to agree with them that everybody's bad. You know, that's the main thing. So that's my test. All right. Be good.